Hello, everybody. So today I thought I'd talk about how my running topic was that basically the people that impose the most suffering and expect the most sympathy in life. Um, so the anti-natalist with kids, they want you to feel sorry for them because they made a mistake. Um, when they could have easily just not done the shit or done it, or I mean, they could have solved the problem with an abortion, right? But they're just like, no, I can't solve anything. I'm incompetent when it comes to that. But everything else, I'm a big hero, and I'm the fucking moral arbiter of society and shit. Okay, kind of like this marijuana joint here. Okay. Okay, so, anyways, basically what I was trying to say was that, in general in life, the people who expect the most sympathy are the most cruel fucking people. Um, right? Okay, so, for example, my parents, they both expect me to feel sorry for them because they're sorry that they put me on this planet. After they only say that, right? If I tell them to basically say that, if I'm like, "Are you gonna say you're sorry for putting me on this planet?" And they're like, "Yes, I'm sorry." And then, you know, like, "Oh, is there anything I can do to make it up for you?" And it's like, no, there's nothing you can do to make it up for me. You fucked it up already. You already fucked me over. So, what options do I have, really? I don't have much. I have to sit here and wait to die because they said so. I have to sit here and, I mean, get waking up. It's fucking 2 in the morning. It's loud. My stupid parent fucking playing the Platoon theme song over and over and over and over again and shit. And it's like 2 in the fucking morning, and he comes into my room today again, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that I kept playing the song even after I fucking told him to stop, and he kept playing it. You know, he's sorry somehow. He kept playing it after I asked him to stop, until it was like 2 in the morning, and I was sleeping, right? But he's just like, "Oh, you should feel sorry for me, because I'm a sorry ass." You know, it's like, I'm not gonna play that game, or I'm sorry for somebody else's fuck up. That's just bullshit. That's what I did at my job, at the food bank. I would fucking constantly apologize for everybody else's fuck ups. You know, the guys at the grocery store don't get me any food. I'm like, "Oh, sorry, we didn't get much food today." Of course, the people at the grocery store wouldn't say that, right? But it was my job to say that, because otherwise they're gonna fucking keep complaining and being like, hey, you don't have any more free food. Where's the free food? I like wheat-free bread, not gluten-free free bread. It's like, it's just fucking, and I'm supposed to just come there and be like, yeah, sure, I'm sorry about that. It's my fault, and I'm gonna kiss your fucking ass. No, I'm done with this shit, man. I'm done kissing ass. And that's what I didn't kiss ass this morning either. I was like, my dad comes in my room telling me about all this. Oh, I was playing this song because it reminded me of you, because he named me after a character from Platoon, and it embarrasses me to this fucking day, because, I mean, seriously, how many times can I say pacifist? I'm a fucking pacifist, pacifist, you fucking cunt. Do you understand English? But he's like, no, you want to watch Platoon with me? You want to watch Platoon? Even though I already watched it. And it's just, because he forced me to. I mean, he didn't force me to, but it was like when I was little and shit. And even by then, I was already not impressed. I was already like, wow, that's embarrassing that you named me after some fucking Hollywood movie character. Asshole, fuck you. But he still doesn't get it. You know. Sorry. There's no sorry I imposed your fucking death. No. There's just, oh, sorry I kept playing the music after I asked, even if after I asked, you asked me not to. I'm really, really sorry and apologetic. Yeah, that's fucking bullshit. Anyways, fuck that. I'm tired of all the apologetic assholes in my life. Right? They only apologize when they need or want some shit. Just like my brothers, all of them. They only call me up when they need some shit. My cousins, they call me up when they need some shit. You know? There's no fucking, oh, it's all just, we're all family, we're supposed to take care of each other. That's what they all say. All my family members say that. They're like, we're family, we're supposed to take care of each other. And we just fuck my asshole as hard as possible. For example, my older brother, one time, it was like a Sunday or some shit, and my brother comes to my room and he's like, hey bro, can you go and buy me weed at the dispensary, right? Little did I know he was drunk. I had a fucking suspicion, but he was drunk. And so I was like, no man, I don't have any money to buy anything, right? So he was just gonna give me money for whatever, so I can buy his shit. As usual, what people do make me do. I've done that like 2 or 3 fucking times now. I'm never gonna do it again. Just buy fucking weed for other people. It's like, that's really shit. Can't you just, if you fucking want to smoke weed, just go buy it. God damn, it's not hard. But anyways, and so he's like, man, and then he has like his little fucking drunk giggle he does, and then he was like, fucking runs off in my dad's car and fucking like wrecks it. Like basically he wrecked somebody else's car, and he was just fresh out of fucking like what is it? Suspension. Like what do they call that shit where they like home arrest? So he was just on home arrest because he was on probation for all this different shit he did, because he's got a fucking drug problem. That's why I didn't get him the weed. And so he was like already drunk, driving my dad's car, and he wrecked into somebody and shit. And I guess he still has his job now, but he's just fucking wasted it all on beer and shit. He's living in a shelter. And you know, it's bullshit, man. The fucking games people play to get what they want, even if it's obviously for a fucking ill-devised reasoning. You know, they're just, they're just gonna keep expecting you to fucking move along with them, and if you don't, well then, oh, you're a traitor, basically. In general, it seems to me like my friends and stuff like that in my life have expected sympathy. Like once I started being an anti-natalist type person, they expected sympathy. That's the switch in tone that I heard. Like I was already kind of anti-natalist as a teenager and shit. I just didn't know what it was, right? But then they all start talking about, well, you know, you really hate people with kids that much, and well, I might adopt, and then I might have a few kids, I guess, and then it's just like they're fucking whack as fuck. I'm tired of the ass kissers who can't even kiss ass to me properly. It's like they kiss ass to, right? The idea of being friends is you kiss each other's ass. They only kiss ass to the majority of people ever, and they don't really kiss ass to anybody else. Yeah, I'm just tired of the natalist shit. Really, I am, because it's like it's all over the fucking place, and these parents, they expect sympathy, and I'm not gonna give any sympathy to these fucking people. Like seriously, they fucking. It's like that English jackass guy or whatever who replied to my video. Now he changed his name because he's a fucking pussy. I think his name is like something Cox is his name now. He has like his real legit name on there or whatever. But it's like, yeah, they just want you to, they'll play any fucking diversion game to try and pretend like they're still an anti-natalist even though they had kids, and they just had fucking kids, and they don't even fucking nobody's even laughing. It's like, what? Nobody even thinks this guy, that fucking guy was a clown. All the responses to that video I made were like thumbs down. It's like nobody sees that it's fucking idiotic fucking hypocrisy. They're just talking shit, pretending like they're anti-natalists. This is a good spot to sit. Pretending like they're anti-natalists, but they really don't do fucking anything anti-natalist at all. They don't fucking care about anti-natalist shit, right? They just love to fucking. They just want a group to be in, right? Okay. This, by the way, is some blue raspberry. I don't know if you can see it on this camera, but yeah, blue raspberry. Blue Dream and Raspberry Kush. Anyways, I think I'm gonna start heading back. But basically, you know, the fucking the problem is nobody even really wants to talk about antinatalism. Like I always say in all these videos, it's like they just want to change the topic because it's too hard, or you know, it's, yeah, right. Or change the topic because it's too controversial, or there's another thing. Now the veganism thing, people used to talk about veganism on YouTube, right? They used to actually do that, and now not so much. There's the antinatalist names, right? I'm not going to say the names over and over again, right? But we all know them. But are they talking about antinatalism? No. Or are they talking about veganism? No. They just, that causes suffering by them not saying anything. That causes more people to be brought into this planet. Just like the veganism thing. If you don't tell people you're vegan, then you're not convincing people of veganism. You know, like my fucking, I'm not gonna order. I decided recently that I'm not gonna order anything from a fast food place anymore. Now that I'm a vegan, because any fast food place I go to, they always get my order wrong, and there's some fucking meat or there's eggs or some other shit in there, and it's just wrong. It's just wrong. Like the other day, one of my parents brought home some fast food, And they got me some shit that usually doesn't have any meat in it. But this one had fucking, like, I guess beef strips in the shit. And I was just, like, appalled. I mean, it's like, God, I mean, like, it's hard to be a vegan only because they don't want you to be a vegan. Only because they're forcing you not to be a vegan. Because I try to make all my shit with no meat products, no dairy products, no egg products, no fish products, no fucking mollusk products or anything. No dog products. I mean, fuck. I mean, it's just, they don't really give a fuck. So they're gonna put all that shit in there, and then they'll tell you to your face, oh, it's vegetarian, it's vegan, it's this, it's that. That's the most bullshit part of it all, is they will lie about what the fuck is in the food to get you to eat it. Or, kind of like with sugar-free stuff, like the sugar-free fad. It's like, oh yeah, sugar-free, it's good for people with diabetes, you can eat sugar-free candy. And then come to find out that diabetes, aspartame and all that shit, fake sugar causes diabetes. So, it's just, they just wolf in sheep's clothing. Common way of saying it, really. But yeah, anyways, this fucking, I'm annoyed with the whole attention whoring game on YouTube. That's why I've not been making that many videos, because seriously, all these people do is they basically make claims that will get that they think will get them attention in some way, right? And trying to be like against that is almost like it's like an oxymoron. It's like, how can you make videos about something where it's like you're anti-ego, but you're going on and on about how your way is the only way, follow the one and the only light, the Krishna, and all, or whatever the fuck, you know. It's just like Hare Krishna. I mean, what the fuck? I don't really need. I think that in some sense, the fact that I'm like the way that my pacing in which I upload my videos says that about my ego, in a sense. That's kind of what I'm trying to portray here, is that I'm not making videos regularly because I don't really give a fuck about anybody else having a value judgment on any of the videos. Just like, as long as they're up, it's like basically a journal, you know, as long as they're up, then that's all I really give a shit about. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm not sick, by the way. I just fucking, when I smoke weed, I always get a runny nose and shit. It happens. But anyways, so I got finals coming up in school, and I'm sure you couldn't hear any of that. I got finals coming up in school in a couple of days. One on the 14th, and one that I can take between the 11th and the 14th. So I'm pretty happy about that. I'm gonna have like basically a 2-week break or so, or 3. 3 weeks is pretty good. I like to play video games in the winter. I don't know, that's my way of fucking, like, hibernating, let's say. Yeah, that's how I hibernate, is I play Hybrid Heaven on N64. There's a ton of, like, there's a lot of really good N64 games, but there's also a lot of really, really shit ones. That's what I noticed about N64, is the games are either really good or really shit. Like, for example, you got Rally Challenge 2000 on N64, which is one of the best games ever, all time, ever. Even though I only played it recently, like last year is when I started playing it. So you got that game, and then by the same company, actually, Genki, they made fucking MRC Racing on N64, Multi-Racing Championship or whatever. And that was horrible, probably one of the worst games I've ever played. Or you've got like Aero Fighters Assault. That's one of the worst games ever. It's the frame rate on that one is like 10 frames a second. It's like a slideshow. And then you got Alice Waku Waku Trump Collection on N64. It's a card game with Alice in Wonderland shit in it. That's one of the best games ever. And then you got like Golden Nugget. That's one of the worst fucking games ever. Like the Golden Nugget, like the fucking, what was it? Like a gambling game? Yeah, gambling. I guess people still do the gambling thing, huh? They still haven't evolved all that much, I guess. Funny thing about gambling actually was that when I was at the grocery store the other day, there's apparently the Albertsons, they always have this shit, right, where you can supposedly, you have these tickets, right, that can garner you some free shit. You can get tickets for like Monopoly or whatever, and it gives you a chance to win money or some shit, and nobody gives a... Well, actually, a lot of people give a shit, which is why I'm telling the story. So, every time I go there, they ask me, "Oh, do you want your stamps?" And then I'm like, "No." And then somebody behind me in line is always like, "Can I have your stamps? Can I have your stamps?" I'm addicted to gambling. And so, but then I asked the cashier, and like, "Can you give them the stamps?" And then they're like, "No, I can't give them. I have to hand them to you." And I was like, "That makes no sense." And so I just take the stamps and I give it to the other person, and then I walk off. I'd rather not talk about it, right? But fucking, this last time I didn't even get any stamps, and there's like some lady that was like hounding me for the stamps. She was like, "Do you have any stamps? Can you get your She was literally asking me to go get stamps from the cashier, even though I did the self checkout, and I was like, "I don't have any stamps. And I don't think I'm gonna go bother with fucking going to the cashier to get some stupid fucking stamps for your bitch ass old lady." And I was just like, I was pissed. So I was just like, no, that's okay. So she was like, "Can I have your stamps?" And I was like, no, that's okay. Eventually, after she kept asking me over and over again, there was no stamps to be had for this Monopoly thing or whatever the fuck it was. I don't even care or know or anything. But they keep giving you these fucking stamps and shit, so people will hound you at the store. It fucking sucks. I'm sure the people that own this property probably hate me being here. They're like, "God damn him. He's like defiling our property. We're trying to prop up the value or whatever of the land. We're trying to prop up the housing market and all this shit." Oh, by the way, I noticed that there's starting to be a housing bubble again. We're pretty much gonna burst again pretty soon. But anyways, fucking loans and shit like that, mortgages for houses now, and here in America, like they're basically advertising now. They're low rates. lower than they've ever been before. So when they start saying shit like that, oh, lower than it's ever been before, then you know we're gonna have another crash like 2008. We were talking about that actually in my history class. We were talking about the fucking 2008 crash, and I was like, yeah, I remember that. Goddamn, it was, how could you forget, But anyways, what you should never forget is to, never forget to stop imposing suffering when you can. Fuck. And they can, so they can stop imposing suffering, so let's do that. Stop imposing the goddamn shit, and then, maybe we'll all get along better then, because there's gonna be less, well, for one, nepotism, so we'd be helping our friends instead of our family, so that would be kind of good, I guess, but, we'd all be basically helping each other to a graceful exit. It's the opposite of what humanity has been doing so far. People still don't even say child-free yet. They don't even say it. It's like too new a fucking word for them. We don't understand what child-free fucking, like, oh, what? Child-free? But you don't have any children. You're childless. It's like, that's stupid. God damn. They make me have a fucking migraine. Like, all of the people there, they all are just like, they all say childless because they fucking hate the child-free shit. They hate the idea that somebody would perhaps be a free fucking human being by not being a fucking breeder. They hate that shit. They refuse to admit that shit is real. They refuse to admit that birth is entrapment, birth is slavery, all this shit. Sorry, I'm just trying to get as ripped as possible because otherwise I can't get through the day. You know what I mean? Fuck. People that are like, you can't, you should only smoke a small amount of weed because it's too strong. Those people, they don't smoke weed. They don't, seriously. Because it's like, if you actually smoke weed, you just like, that weed gives you some fucking serenity, regardless of the circumstance. I could be out walking at like 4 in the morning and be stoned and just be chilling. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, I can have that either way, stoned or sober, but it's much harder sober, let's face it, because goddamn, I don't have much dopamine going through my brain, I don't get much serotonin or whatever. That's not an excuse, by the way. I'm just saying, like, everybody should smoke weed. They should all fucking... It's like that Bill Hicks joke, it's like, weed should not only be legal, it should be mandatory. Because that's fucking true. Oh my god. But then there would be no more fucking, what's that one guy's name? That guy who got angry about the Starbucks coffee cups that were red or whatever. Whatever the fuck that guy's name is. The crazy Christian Fundy guy. then there'll be no more goddamn uptight Christian white assholes, you know, just like. One time I sent an angry email to a preacher before, actually. I went to, like, basically this is around when I was realizing that I was an atheist. I was like 15. And I went to this, I basically walked around the corner to this church where I heard that they had some service or whatever at some time. And I hated it so much that I don't remember what the fuck they were talking about, but I sent them the pastor guy, an angry email later. I was like, you know, that's total bullshit what you were saying, and, you know, you're a fucking idiot and all that. So, man, oh my god, that was fantastic. And then one time he actually saw me while he was driving in his car sometime, and he was like, he gave me like this evil glare, and I was like literally laughing while he was driving by. I was like, holy shit. he's butthurt. So yeah, that's pretty funny. Anyways, I think that'll be about it for the video today, guys. I got a little bit of homework today, but that's about it. I'm pretty much just gonna be chilling. So yeah, and check me out on Skype or whatever. You can add me, E-Man Dude Guy Person 1. Just figure I'll start plugging that since that stream I did. But yeah, that's it, guys. Everybody, peace out.